Hey folks, welcome back. It's O'Connell again. This time I will be showing you the unboxing and installation of the TKO heater core discs. So, as you know, I set myself on a mission to create a alternative to the Ruby Pearls. Personally, I was having some frustrations of my own. And loading the pearls into the TKO is probably one of the biggest frustrations, especially if you don't get them to like settle the same way every time. Then one TKO I would fit all the pearls in, and another one I would have to pull a few out. And it was honestly just a little bit frustrating. And I wanted to have a full titanium device, and for that I would have to create what I call the TKO heater core discs. Now this is my cute little box that I designed. It is not exactly meant to be used a million times or anything, but it'll get them to you and keep them safe. So the reason I am worried about keeping these safe is primarily these tiny little notches. If you were to drop one of these on the floor and it lands on the notch or on that little peg, then it is likely to bend. Although I did that, and the one in my TKO currently is totally fine. It fits, it still fits into the receiving notch. And you can always bend it back if you need to. But anyway, that's what these notches are for. It's to hold them in this orientation. And as you can see, the holes don't go, you're not going to be able to see all the way through. You're going to be able to see some light at the end of the tunnel, at the end of the holes, I'm actually meaning to say. But the idea is the air will pass through these holes, and before it gets to the next disc, it has to run into a bunch of metal. And on the way of doing that, it collects heat from the metal. So there's 3 discs. My initial design was to have 7 discs, but I did get those in, and they're, I got a prototype of those, but it was so finicky. It was kind of removing from my idea of it being simple and easy for the user, so I went with 3 discs, just thicker. So the way these install, these pegs are going to be at the bottom of your TKO. So this is how I recommend doing it. Stack them up, have them all interlocked, and then just like that. And the reason for the pegs to be on the bottom is so that there's a gap, there's an air gap on the bottom, and the air is gonna, and it's the same for the top. Okay, so there's a small gap on the top, and the air goes in, and because the air isn't able to find the holes immediately, yeah, it looks a little wonky looking. It's gonna look a little wonky at appearance because you're not gonna be able to see the holes through these holes. But the air will go in, it'll hit the surface of that top disc, and then it'll make its way to the holes that lead down. And then as that happens at each stage, it'll happen here at the top surface, it'll happen at the top surface of the second disc, and then the third disc, and finally at the very bottom it'll happen one more time, and hit on the bottom of the TKO before exiting and entering into your herb. So as you could see, that was like ridiculously simple to install. And there you go. So I left like I said, I left a small gap for a couple reasons. As I already mentioned, the gap on the top is so the air can go in and kind of mix around and knock against all the metal, and same for the bottom. And also just the ease of installation is well worth it. If you are having issues like I am right now, so that adapter will go down. Yeah, see, I just can't get a good grip on the bottom part of this TKO to unscrew it. So that's why I created these. That goes on there, and if you can just use your hands, might as well. But you can also use that cap wrench, and you can tighten it too. But I don't recommend going real tight with it. You just want it finger tight. You don't want it to be super tight, because your handle goes through the adapter and runs into the TKO. So you're not going to have any issues of these coming apart. But yeah, so I'll run through that one more time real quick, just so you can see the ease of installation. It's so ridiculously quick compared to the pearls that I honestly would not be surprised if people just completely stopped using the pearls altogether, just because of how simple this is. So just gonna take your fingernail, poke it under there, pull out and push up. I'm sure y'all can figure it out. If you break it, no big deal. It's just a free 3D printed box. Boom, boom. And if you buy, once I get done selling out all my pearls, I'm probably just gonna sell the discs. And then when you buy the whole kit together, it'll come ready to go. I don't always install the handle to the wireless TKOs, because these usually come in a separate printed case. But if you buy the TKO, the adapter, and the discs all together, then this will come in its own printed case, and I'll probably honestly just have them already assembled, and all you have to do is take it out of its little box and thread that on, stick it in your coil, right? Stick it in your coil, and then you're gonna want to just do a burn off at like 700 degrees for maybe 10 minutes. And all that's gonna do is just make sure any residual oils from your hands or from machining is burned off, and then you can lower the temperature to whatever you like to vape at. I have mine currently set to 580. It will work as low as like 480 degrees probably. It is going to be a little bit different with the discs compared to the ruby pearls, but it's actually like it's surprisingly similar in airflow and heat retention. So there you have it, guys. Just a quick and simple explanation of the assembly and the design behind the TKO heater core discs. I hope you find this video useful, and I hope if you have a TKO, you give these a shot, as I personally believe that they are a better option, as my already mentioned all titanium device. I personally think a full grade 2 titanium device is better, at least as far as my own thinking of the materials being safe and the materials being easy to use and figure out and handle and clean, all those things. You can dab with this still. Just drop it down in that hole and pull air, and it'll pull the concentrates through and vaporize it as it goes through the little holes. And then you can do like a burn off. People do that with their TKOs now with the pearls. They'll just do like a burn off. You might be able to do that with these too. But if that's not the case, if you need to pull this out and clean it, it's only 3 pieces. So all you have to do is pull these out, throw them in some isopropyl, and you can probably get just one of those simple small cleaning brushes, or a dental, the little dental flosser things. That's just like, it looks like a little pipe cleaner for your teeth. That would be perfect for cleaning that out with some isopropyl. And then yeah, you just pop them right back in there and you're good to go. So easy cleaning, good airflow, all grade 2 titanium materials. Personally, I think, why would you not want to try these? But I know some people aren't going to, and that's okay. But there you have it, folks. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you own a TKO or any other of my products, I thank you for supporting the business and supporting the infinity of the TKO. Thank you guys very much. I hope you have a blessed day. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. God bless.